Todd is also an expert in the analysis of occupations and industries, so I want to thank him very much. He is a recent award winner of the University of Maine Presidential Public Service Award in 2004, and I appreciate the work that you're doing. Thanks, Todd. Christy Daggett from the Maine Center for Economic Policy is going to give us a little bit of an update on what's happening in Augusta, because all of us often ask, what is happening in Augusta? Christy, could you enlighten us?
Certainly. Thank you, Joe, and thanks for having me here today. It's nice to be in Bangor. I did drive up from Augusta today, and at MECEP, we represent the interests of working Mainers with policymakers in Maine. So we are unequivocally in support of raising the minimum wage, in support of the policy that's being proposed here in Bangor, because, lift your sign up there in the back, because we believe that no working Mainer should live in poverty. And because we know that economic data shows that there's a spillover effect, that the considerable percentage of low-wage workers in Maine would benefit if the minimum wage were raised. So we think it's a great policy for the economy. We think it's great for everyone. We think it's great for, as Mr. Wellehan touched upon, the amount of taxpayer expenditures on welfare programs that right now are subsidizing large, low-wage employers. We just think it's a win-win-win. So, that said, there's a lot of initiatives aimed at raising the minimum wage in the legislature this session, and I've attended the committee hearings on them, and MECEP has testified, and there's a lot of momentum. I can tell you that, you know, people have come from all across the state, waitresses from Farmington and small business owners from the coast, and they've testified on what increasing the minimum wage would mean to them, and it's meaningful and it's moving testimony. On the flip side, there is a class of professional lobbyists who are opponents of raising the minimum wage. So the battle that these supporters of an increase in the minimum wage have is a substantial one. That said, this isn't the only municipal level initiative in the nation. I quickly looked it up before I came up here, and right now there's legislation or initiatives pending in Colorado, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Delaware, California, Washington, Oregon, and in the not very much of a progressive hotbed, Lexington, Kentucky. So there's a lot of good stuff going on. So here at MECEP, we think this is an example of good policy. We think the problem with the economy, both at the state and the national level, is not that American businesses are making insufficient profits. It's that wages have stagnated for the median wage earners since the 1980s, and for the lowest wage earners in Maine, they've actually fallen behind since 2000. So with that, good luck to you with your initiative, and I guess I'll hand it over to Joe and he'll take questions.
Thank you very much, Christy. I would just like to note a couple of people you might not have